Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Ako po si Tongi. Welcome to the only daily talk show for Filipino Americans in all of North America. We take our job here very seriously. That's why we have put an esteemed panel of women together to talk about love and its implications pertaining to the Filipino American community. Kasama natin si Tinette Sommelier, who is an active participant in the Filipino American community. She is the assistant director for a nonprofit Filipino dance troupe that is very near and dear to my heart, called Kayamanan ng Lahi. She's also a life insurance agent, so she understands that we must make sure that we plan ahead for our loved ones. Kasama rin natin Irene Suico Soriano. She's a Filipino-American award-winning poet, independent literary film and video curator, and animal rights and shelter advocate. She currently is the office manager and co-events coordinator for the Asian American Studies Center in UCLA. And lastly, Allison De La Cruz is here. She is a theater maker, one of my most favorite people in the world, a dramaturg, and currently the director of performing arts and community engagement for the Aratani Theater in downtown Los Angeles. Welcome, ladies, to the show.
Thank you.
All right, so it's February. Pag-uusapan natin itong love, the concept of pagmamahal and all its sort of definitions, lalo na sa ating mga Pilipino dito sa Amerika. Let's get started right away. Tinette, let's start off with you, no?
Yes.
Love in the Filipino community. Pag-usapan natin, did you grow up in a family where everybody said, I love you to each other?
Very good question. I would say in general, no. I grew up in my earlier years were in Manila, and I have to say that my maternal side was very Spanish-like in the way that they acted and interacted with people. And so it was a little bit more stern. It wasn't so lambing or macariño. However, my Ilonggo side from Negros Occidental, from Silay, was a little bit more cariño. You can hear that in their voice, right? But I have to say that once the second generation, like the grandkids came in, all of a sudden that generation became much more expressive in how they felt.
Yeah.
To the younger generation.
Oo, kasi pag lola ka na, you don't have to discipline. You can just spoil all you want, diba?
You don't. That's what it is.
Oo.
Yeah.
Okay, ikaw, Irene, did you grow up in a household where everyone was like, ay, mahal kita, anak?
Actually, no. My dad's side, he was very affectionate. He would, every morning we had to kiss him good morning, and at night say good night and kiss. But my mom's side was very, just a little more subtle in how they show, love. It was more like, I think, they show love through, resources and what they do for you. And it was kind of unspoken. This is how we love you. We, you go to school, we pay for school. That kind of showing,
Oo, so magtratrabaho ako, magkakayod ako dahil mahal ko kayo, but I'm not gonna tell you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Ikaw, Allison, did you grow up in a family na lahat kayo pinagsasabihan ng mga magulang nyo na, anak, you're the best, I love you?
No. No. And I grew up, my dad's Filipino, my mom's white, and so I think I grew up watching them navigate kind of cultural notions across all kinds of different patterns, and I think what I learned a lot from my dad, it's so funny, I feel like my dad taught me my dad raised me to be Pinay, but never told me what it was. So I think there's a lot of like love through osmosis, or I kind of feel like whenever I hear Tagalog, like I don't know exactly what the words are, but I know what the feeling is. And so I think that love always translated that way in our house. Like I would say with a mix of what other folks said, like I love you, but I'm not always gonna tell you, but I'm gonna push you really hard, and I'm gonna expect you to do good stuff, and then maybe I'll be like, yeah, good job. And then now let's go on and do more stuff.
I have to say, I mean, there's a pattern here. And I'm sure a lot of you in your households also recognize na the older generation has a hard time expressing love. Bakit kaya? Why is that the case? Is it because, our parents struggled, they had to go through a lot to get us here, and they feel that they don't need to communicate that anymore? Tinette, sa tingin mo bakit?
You know, I think it really does depend on the family, though, because although the three of us have very similar experiences, I found that other families did do that, that they were very expressive. And I think that's also either the extreme, right? Their parents never did that to them, so they said, I'm going to do it to my kids, or that their parents showed that to them, and that's their love language, and so that's what they're expressing to their kids as well.
Yeah, so you need to have that template in order to be able to show others. Pagbalik natin, pag-uusapan natin traditional versus modern forms of love. We'll be right back.